Hello. I hope this is working because it is a challenge to learn all of this stuff when you don't do it often and you haven't done it often. I'm not sure if it is working on our JLC page, but we can figure out that at a later time. I just wanted to discuss today why JLC Travels. I am 50 now. I know it's hard to believe. I've spent a lot of years traveling the world, like I've said many times, in well over 30 nations. I don't know exactly how many, I should count that out, but I know at least 34, 35 countries. Spent a lot of time in Peru. Most of this has been for missionary work through church. My very first trip, again, was when I was 16 years old. Went to Guatemala City with my pastor and his wife, Bill Rogers, and Beverly, and friends, Cass and Marcy at the time. And I knew that I wanted to spend my life in ministry, doing these things, and travel. So I was in Peru in November of last year, and I was at a place called Lacamar. It's a beautiful place overlooking the sea there in Miraflores. And I was by myself, just waiting to go to the airport and meet some people that I had taken there with me. And I saw a group of people gathered around a guy with a little flag. And so I'm nosy, so I started eavesdropping. And the guy was telling them some facts that he thought were facts about the area. But I've been to Peru so much that I knew what he was saying was not necessarily factual. And I later determined that he was a tour operator bringing people from the United States to tour parts of Peru. And I thought, this is something that I could do. And I enjoy travel. I enjoy Peru especially. So I came home, got with a cousin of mine, hey, Dustin, and he gave me a lot of encouragement from my wife. And here we are. JLC Travels, because I had to come up with a name that meant something to me. I'm kind of a sentimental person. It stands for my three sons, Jonathan, Logan, and Caden. So I have JLC Travels. So I appreciate you all being here today, those of you that are watching or those of you that may watch later on. Now, I want to talk about Peru in this because I have JLC Travels. You can go to our website at jlctravels.com. You can look at all of our stuff on social media. I have been booking some trips, Alaskan cruises. I've done some flight planning, trips into Florida. I did a quite large Disney package for a family of 8. I have some other things in the works, hopefully booking a trip for a family to St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands. And then I actually plan, my wife and I were going on a little journey, being routed through Hong Kong, going to Nepal, and I got to book that through our travel site as well. But Peru, why Peru? Peru is one of the most amazing places that I've ever been to in my life. Most of the Peruvians say I've been to more of Peru than they have. And the first thing that you think of if you've ever done any research about Peru, you think of Machu Picchu, one of the new 7 wonders of the world. So people get the mindset of I need to go to Peru because I want to go to Machu Picchu. And I would love to take you there. We could curate an itinerary for you that would be a trip of a lifetime and include Machu Picchu. But I want us to go away a little bit from isolating or boxing Peru into just being about Machu Picchu or Sacred Valley or Cusco, because there's so much more to Peru. So in forming this and deciding this is what I want to do, a next venture in life with JLC Travels, I went back to Peru in January, got with some videographers, some friends of mine there, started researching tour groups. I went to Iquitos, I went to Cajamarca, spent time in Miraflores, Barranco, and just looking at what can you do to develop an itinerary that would be all-encompassing of what Peru is, not just one region, but all of the regions of Peru. So I can confidently tell you, as I've taken well over 120 people to Peru over the past 20 years. I've taken groups as large as 35 where I did the planning myself, did the flight preparations, lodging, transportation, all of it. Just didn't get paid for it. So now I'm trying to do it as a business to not only help other people to find quality in traveling the world, but also to help me to be able to do what we want to do in life. So Peru, if you look at my website, jlctravels.com, we're still working on it some, But you can go to the page that says Peru. You can watch a little short video there that we had made, giving you some glimpses into all of Peru. But then if you scroll down, I have insights into Lima, uh, the jungle, Amazon jungle, Iquitos. It's the largest jungle port in South America for the Amazon, and Cajamarca, which is also the Andes Mountains. Peru is calling it, and trust us as it says you'll want to answer. Perched on the edge of the Pacific Ocean, Lima is where ancient history, vibrant culture, and the world's greatest food scene come together in one unforgettable city. You can find some of the most amazing food in the entire world, and I've been to some great places where there's some great food. I've ate great Italian food, if you can imagine, in Argentina. I've been in Italy. I've been in Switzerland. I've ate so many amazing things. I've been in Asian countries and got to eat Asian cuisine right there. But there's something that sets Peru apart from the rest of the world. People come to Peru just to study culinary arts. There are so many Michelin star rated restaurants in Lima. Lima is a bustling city of millions and millions of people, but it has ancient history. It has Inca ruins. There's so many things that you can do in Lima as well as other parts of Peru. So if we were to build an itinerary, we could spend some time in Lima, spend some time in Machu Picchu if you prefer Machu Picchu. But I do have to say that you would be amiss to go to Peru and to not take a dive into the Amazon jungle. I've spent a lot of time in the jungle, many parts of the jungle. Iquitos is an easier part to get to. It's very economical to get there. I can price this out. If you are a solo backpacker, I can get you hooked up with people there that can take you all over Peru. But if you would like for me to go with you as a tour operator and take you to off the beaten path places and to get to experience things that normal tourist people wouldn't experience with my contacts and people that are friends of mine now all over Peru, I could do that for you. We could do an economic tour, like I said, for the backpacker type group people, or we could take more of a luxurious trip to Peru, where you could stay at the JW Marriott when you arrive in Lima. You could stay at some of the nicest lodging and hotels in Cajamarca. They have some beautiful places there. And in Iquitos, I found several resort type places. Some of them are right on the river. So you get to experience the wildlife. You get to experience some of the jungle fruits and jungle cuisine that you can't get anywhere else. One thing that I love every time that I go into Iquitos, they have a salsa called cocona salsa, and it's made out of coconut, but it has a tang to it. If you go to the Yellow Rose of Texas, give a shout out to my friends there. They make some incredible food, but they have the best salsa there. So there are so many restaurants, upscale restaurants, then hole in the wall type places. My sister actually lived in Peru for many years. She married a Peruvian soccer player and had a great life in Peru. They're here in the United States now. She had 3 children in Peru. The last leg of their lives in Peru, they lived in Cajamarca. Cajamarca is in the Andes Mountains, and it is beyond breathtaking, some of the sights that you can see in Cajamarca. Everyone knows Machu Picchu again, but the people that truly know Peru know Cajamarca. It's nestled high in the Andes Mountains. This breathtaking destination is a world unto itself. They have the natural hot springs. One of the places in a resort that I stayed at just to get the feel of the land, the lay of the land there. You have a huge pool in your private bathroom that you allow the hot springs to come in, and you can soak in it there. You can go to the spa. You can go to a restaurant where there's a world-class chef that I got to meet. You can look at it on some of my YouTube videos and Facebook posts. Meet the chef. Some of the greatest food. The best cuy, which is guinea pig, and I actually have a video in my social media stuff. The best cuy that I've ever had in Peru was there in Cajamarca. So go there with me, sample some of the food. Go to the Inca ruins there. Go to the Baños del Inca, where they have public baths, public swimming areas. The cheese. Oh, I've got to tell you about this. If you're a cheese lover, you have to go to Cajamarca because it's a lot of farmland. You can even go milk a cow in Cajamarca. But they have one of the plants there that manufactures so much cheese. But then in the city, when you go to the main square area, you can get fresh caramel made out of the fresh milk. You can get fresh cheese. It is amazing. When I go to my friends back in Lima, they want me to bring the cheese and the caramels to them. It's exquisite. It's amazing. So if you're a foodie, truly, let's do a foodie trip. 10, 12 people, come go with me. You know, I was researching this because of one of the Disney packages I booked. The average cost for like a 6-7 day visit to Disney with airfare and everything else is around $515 per person. And that can get increased all the way up to be on $1,200 plus per day to travel to Disneyland. With the current airfare in August, because I'm looking to push out into August and take my first trip as a tour operator for JLC Travels into Peru, the current round trip airfare into the international airport there in Lima from Dallas Fort Worth is under $900. So for under $7,000 for a 10 or 11 day trip, you could go to Peru and experience all three of the major regions of Peru. We could go to Cajamarca, or if you prefer, we could go to Machu Picchu and Machu Picchu. I've got to get that right. We can spend time in Lima. 3.5 hours outside of Lima, and I actually have a film on YouTube about this as well. 3.5 hours from Lima is Huacachina and La Mina Beach. It's in the Paracas National Reserve. They have sand dunes there that you can get in the dune buggies and do the sand surfing even if you'd like. And then they have a beautiful horseshoe-looking lake area that you can experience. They have amazing food. They have gorgeous resorts with pools and spa area, and that's just 3.5 hours outside of Lima. The only sand duning that I've ever done, because I've never got to go in the United States, is in Dubai. And also in Abu Dhabi on a trip to Abu Dhabi. Amazing. You don't have to go to the Middle East, which you can't right now anyway. You can go with me on a 7-hour trip south, just right below the equator into Peru, South America, and go 3.5 hours outside of the city and spend a day or two doing this. I heard some people, I was researching hostels to see what is the hostel situation in Lima, Peru. And I can report back to you that there are beautiful hostels that are well maintained. So if you're wanting an economical trip as a group, maybe some younger people to go to Peru, there are beautiful hostels that I can set you up in and take you to that have food, that are safe, that are clean. Some of them maybe not so clean, but these are extremely clean. So I promise you, where I would take you, you would value, you would love. But then we can go see the Nazca lines. This is famous in Peru. See those. Go to Miraflores. Stay in Miraflores. Go to Barranco, the arts district. If you're a nomad, you can go there. A really touristy place. Again, sampling all of the foods. But then we have to go to Cajamarca and eat the cheese. We have to go to Iquitos. Ride the riverboats down the river and step back in time in some of these places and see how primitive some of it is. We'll go to the Bora tribe, as you can see if you're still looking on the page, and meet some actual tribal people that live and make their living in Peru, buy some of their goods. Then we'll go to the Inca market outside of Miraflores. My sister Lindsay loves to go to the Inca market, so it's an experience unto itself. But come travel with me. Again, I'll be posting some information on the trip coming up in August. And if you're a social butterfly, you're that person that can rally a group of friends around you, ask me how I could potentially get your trip paid for just by helping me organize a group of friends to take into Peru. So God bless you today, and travel beyond the destination and come travel with us. Travel beyond a destination.